sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, and that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
Now that is very rich coming from an OBGYN who's just talked to Kamala Harris about maternal mortality rates. Girl, is y'all ready to talk about this? Because I'm about to hurt some feelings. Let's jost.
Come on, Blaze.
It's a beef for me.
Wah, 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 wah. For your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV, back with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And this is a very important topic because this is textbook reason why all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Ain't that what the old people used to say? What am I talking about? Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, y'all know her from Married to Medicine. She's the beloved doctor to the stars. I've never seen her with regular people at the office. It's always the stars. And if it is somebody that we don't recognize, don't mean that they're not in some sort of different status or financial bracket. Let's just say that. But this is the OBGYN to the stars. She's had people such as Toni Braxton. She's had Debrat and Judy. She's given birth to almost all the celebrity babies down there in ATL. This is also the same woman who got on her platform, which is Married to Medicine, to show us that she spoke to the vice president, Kamala, I used to be black, but now I'm Indian Harris. Yay, her. She had a sit down with her recently on the show to discuss black mortality rate as it pertains to maternal issues, giving birth and all of that. Now, it's funny that this old clip resurfaces of another black woman who, mind you, has never given birth, talking to other people, telling them that they need to, let me back up. Not talking to other people, saying that sometimes black women cry wolf as it pertains to what's going on with their bodies when she have no idea what that sounds like or what that means, because she, although is a doctor, does not know the pain levels that a pregnant woman can feel. You see what I'm saying? It would literally be no different, women, black women especially, if you had a male doctor. Him trying to basically see if you BSing or if you really in pain the way he has no idea, and neither does Dr. Jackie. However, she made a bold statement such as that, and it brought me back to the Buffy thing, and it brought me back to the live I did yesterday when I called her out, because I believe the entire conversation was a bunch of hogwash. I believe that it was just a dog and pony show, because all they discussed was a hotline, 1-800-TLC-MAMA, and then they said they're going to extend postnatal health care through Medicaid from 3 months to 12 months. Well, the gag is black women are suffering in the hospitals immediately, most times after giving birth, not 12 months down the line. Black women ain't dropping 12 months down the line, 8 months down the line, 6 months down the line after they done gave birth. The disparity is happening within the hospitals. These are facts. So while extending postnatal Medicaid for 12 months is a good idea, it does not even touch the problem. The problem is within the hospitals, with doctors not believing black women when they are in pain. And the unfortunate part is Dr. Jackie literally just told you verbally that she takes part in that said practice. Let me say this. Most of the time, us black people, when we see black dentists, black doctors, black police officers, we automatically assume that they are there for our better health. They look like us, they talk like us, they sound like us, they understand us, and this is not always the case. As we see here in Dr. Jackie, now this is a black woman who I believe, and I may be wrong, this is just what I believe, this is not fact, but allegedly, I believe that allegedly she has I believe that she have a disdain for women who can procreate, and that could be why it draws her so much to her practice. Now, I'm not saying that she knew this prior to going to medical school. I'm just saying, as I look at certain things, especially the Buffy situation, and then her saying what she said just then, it lets me know that, to me, she's not really as empathetic to black women as you would think she would be, seeing that she is a black woman. And let me also say this. I I've had black female physicians and I've also had black female nurses. And if you are one of those black women who are really good to your patients, no matter the race and all of that stuff, and you're just a good person, this is not for you. But let me tell you this. I'll never forget at 19 when I was going into labor with my baby, it was an older black woman who was a nurse, and that lady was horrible to me. I will never forget it. Not to mention, a lot of times I don't use female doctors, period, as it pertains to my body, because I know that sometimes they have this level of, I already know how you feel, and they don't take it, the way they should take it, or as seriously as they should take it. And I believe that Dr. Jackie is one of those women. For her to sit up here and say what she said was just disgusting. It was vile. And this is the woman that we got up here so-called advocating for black women as it pertains to mortality rates with maternity issues. That lady ain't nothing but a doctor to the stars. That's all she is. And I don't care what nobody say. She's part of that divine nine. If you ask me now, I'm wondering if she is Boule. And I don't know if she's the girl that we think she is. Now, let's get into what Dr. Jackie has said on this interview in full, or at least in the entire clip. And we're going to come back for some more commentary, because like Mariah told you seasons ago, your slip is showing. Let's get into it.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic, in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
Now, y'all heard Dr. Jackie, and I have a huge problem with what she said. When she said cry wolf, that means if you are in pain, she's basically second guessing what you're saying. And let me pull up some stats just really quickly to show y'all something. This here is from the CDC.gov, and it says in 2021, the maternal mortality rate for non-Hispanic black, subsequently black, women was 69.9 unalives per 100,000 live births. 2.6 times the rate of non-Hispanic white, subsequently white, women, and their rate was 26.6 to our 69.9. It says rates for black women were significantly higher than rates for white and Hispanic women. The increase from 2020 to 2021 for all race and Hispanic origin groups were significant. So yeah, they're saying that the Hispanic groups were significant, but black women is at an all-time high at 69.9 unaliving per 100,000 live births. That means out of every 100,000 people, 69.9 of them women are not gonna make it. Oh, but I got more. Hold on. Now we talk about the why. We've seen the what. Let's talk about the why. Racial disparities exist. Now, mind you, as a black person, you thinking this is only amongst clear people, but nah, Dr. Jackie just proved us wrong. It says black women are 3 times more likely to unalive from a pregnancy-related cause than clear women. Multiple factors contribute to these disparities, such as a variation of quality health care, underlying chronic conditions, structural racism, and implicit bias. Does Jackie not exude structural racism and implicit bias? We're going to get into it. It also says social determinants of health prevent many people from racial and ethnic minority groups from having fair opportunities for economic, physical, and emotional health. That's what that means. Listen, that's saying, so when Dr. Jackie say, don't be coming in and crying wolf, yeah, that's that opportunity for economic, physical, and emotional health that she's denying people. And this is her words. I don't have to say allegedly. This is what she said. Now, I'm not saying she's doing this on a regular basis, but I'm just telling you what it sounds like to me. Now, remember I told you guys that we were going to get into structural racism and implicit bias that I believe Dr. Jackie is displaying. Let's get into some definitions. Y'all know I like me a little edumacation. So according to AMA.org, it says structural racism refers to the totality of ways in which society fosters racial discrimination through mutually reinforced systems of housing, education, employment, earnings, benefits, credit, media, healthcare, and criminal justice. These patterns and practices in turn reinforce discriminatory beliefs, values, and distributions of resources according to Zinzi, Bailey, SCD, MSPH, and all of that. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me give y'all the layman terms of this. What this is saying is structural racism is basically when people reinforce discrimination based on housing, education, employment, earnings, benefits, which would be something you would be able to receive from, anything that goes wrong. Also, credit, media, health care, which is directly benefiting or directly associated with what Dr. Jackie is doing, and criminal justice, meaning if something goes left, you ain't getting no way out because you just a Negro. See what I'm saying, people? This is what Dr. Jackie, according to what she said, is practicing when she said you coming in crying wolf. Only because you're Negro. I guarantee you if you was a clear woman, she wouldn't be saying that. I guarantee it. But just in case y'all want to say that ain't what it is, let's get into another kind of racism, which is institutional racism, because it's kind of a synonym to what we talking about. Institutional racism is also known as a systemic racism, and it is defined as policies and practices that exist through a whole society or organization, the hospital, that results in and support a continued unfair advantage to some people, Black women, and unfair, harmful treatment of others based on race, Black women. Do you get that? What they're saying is institutional racism is a systemic racism that has policies and practices that exist through a whole society, the hospital, that's what they're talking about, or organization, the hospital, or OBGYNs, and it results in a support of continued unfair advantage to some people, which will be, in this case, Black women, and harmful treatment of others based on race, Black women. Black women, are you hearing me yet? Are you hearing me yet? Are you hearing me yet? Now, when they said what things you can do to kind of combat this, I call bull, but let's just read over it anyway. It says pregnant people and their families can, number one, talk to a healthcare provider if anything doesn't feel right or is concerning. Well, Dr. Jackie, you said that Black women be crying wolf. So if she tells you something ain't right, then you basically X out the number one thing that they telling people or Black women to do in case something is wrong. There are a lot of Black women that are unalive because they are not believed that they are in pain. This is happening. And for the most part, as Black people, we don't think that a Black person would do this to us. We just don't see it. It don't make sense. But the gag is they not Black first. See that little snake on her coat? That's what she is first. She ain't Black first. Say what I said. Now, as it pertains to this interview, Dr. Heavenly is smart because, see, she's a physician as well. Rather, they don't want to acknowledge her as one. She's a physician as well. And what she saw was, oh, no, what you're not about to do is put me in that talking about Black women is hogwash and they be crying wolf and all of that. She was smart. Shout out to Dr. Heavenly, but ultimately, as a physician, this is the time you should have checked your friend. And this ain't the first time she was out of pocket with some shit. This is Dr. Jackie, and her slip is showing. When I went live yesterday and dragged her, I had a couple people in my comments talking about don't do that to her. She a Black woman. This Black woman is probably one of the reasons why, or could be one of the reasons why a lot of us ain't making it home from the hospital. Can we talk? You see, I'm going to call a thing a thing. A lot of us in 2023 are in idol worship, and we can't say nothing about y'all so-called faves. Y'all automatically think it's hating or somebody tearing another Black woman down. How many Black women do you believe gets torn down at 69.9 per 100,000 Black women making it or not making it out of the hospital? I'll wait. See, y'all not going to drag me for speaking truth to power. Not going to do it. Not gonna do it. But anywho, I wanted to get into this really quick. I'll be back for you, Dr. Jackie, bitch. Stand by. Do you guys recall Buffy from the show? I forgot what season that was. I want to say at least a couple of, maybe 2 to 3 seasons ago. Buffy was on the show, and Buffy used Dr. Jackie as a physician, and Dr. Jackie decided to kick her ass up in a doggone public forum and basically say that she was infertile and Buffy is infertile too, which is a complete direct violation of HIPAA. And I really wish you would have sued her ass at that perk, but I guess here we are. Let's get into that clip before I let y'all hear what Buffy had to say about this.
I didn't like the comment about me being infertile. 14 years ago, I got breast cancer. To find out the thing that we grow up, most of us wanting to do, you can't do. And Buffy, you can relate. You're infertile. What'd you say?
The comment about me being infertile at your age. You said, Buffy, you're infertile.
I thought I was really creating a connection between you and I because we take our pain and make it a purpose.
It didn't come across that way. That was too much. Basically saying that my uterus isn't operational to a group of strangers. Like, she's no BGYN, she should know better.
I like to be a voice. And I use my pain and my infertility to help women who are hiding behind it. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't want that to come across as a means of embarrassing you or hurting you.
At some point, we all have to get to a place where we have to say to, is it okay if I say this?
But it makes it a very strained friendship when we start having to say, hey, Simone, can I talk about the fact that you might going to get divorced?
I feel like that's just basic respect. I wouldn't talk about it. I don't think they bring up that I had a miscarriage unless they said to me, hey, Toya, you know what, is it okay if I tell them? That's just
after you brought it up.
Period. It's mine to take.
Now, there was a time when I would say Buffy can go kick a rock. But at this moment, Jackie is all the way wrong.
So we now are not true friends. We're associates.
No.
Because we're
you gotta understand where Jackie's coming from.
some people, no, I don't want to hear it right now. I want to speak. Don't touch me right now, Contessa. Buffy, I receive. I apologize. Done with it. Let's have dinner.
Jackie. Ooh, that is not the Jackie.
You know, there's a new girl about to surface.
Whoa.
Just met her.
Damn, who's this? Like, what's she gonna do to us?
You know the skirt since ain't not a goddamn thing.
Maybe you already know this, Jackie. We just getting introduced.
You ready?
I've apologized to Buffy.
And I received it and I accepted it.
And don't have to worry about me saying much more.
That's fine. I'm disappointed in the way you're reacting.
Don't be. Let that be the last thing you say to me tonight.
That's fine.
This isn't the Jackie that I know. I don't feel that she's showing any compassion, and it's very disappointing.
I think that Jackie is upset that she was put on blast.
Now, y'all seen that, and as a physician sitting at a table full of physicians, the fact that nobody stood up except Toya and was like, hey, girl, that was not okay. Everybody just sat there. It just blew me. It blew me back then. But see, Jackie flies so low under the radar, you kind of like forget that she be having them moments. Because other than Curtis cheating on her, that's really the only memorable thing I had about her until this resurfaced. Now, Buffy got up here and said what she had to say, and I'm gonna let y'all hear, because Buffy said she been showing y'all that this lady is not who y'all think she is. And y'all heard Dr. Eugene say this a new Jackie we never introduced, or we never met this one. Girl, listen, I'm just trying to give y'all credence to my theory. Check out what Buffy had to say, and I'm gonna come back with some commentary.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic. And that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain, and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work. Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
She said this herself, right? And for all y'all elder OBGYN fans out there, you can scroll on because you done drank the Kool-Aid, the tea, the poison, the whatever, and ain't nothing I'm gonna say get you to see the light of day. So you can scroll on. And this is my platform, and I can say what the hell I want because I've actually met the bitch, okay? The old biddy. And I can age shame her all she want because she shamed my motherfucking uterus. Okay? All right. So let's begin. Y'all bravo, because that's who set this shit up with Kamala. Y'all should have let Simone do that interview. Y'all should have let Simone do that. Y'all should have I know y'all trying to save her career because I showed everybody who the hell she really is. I know, and y'all paying her all this damn money that she don't damn earn. Because where Curtis at this season? Yeah, I'm watching the season now. It's a good season. I'm watching it. Sweet Tea, shout out to Sweet Tea. That's why I'm watching it. Y'all should have let Dr. Simone do that. First of all, Jackie don't even have no damn regular black clients, allegedly. If you're a rich black woman, you can go to her ass. She don't take no damn Medicaid, no. She don't take, like, the people they're talking about black mortality rates for pregnant women. She don't see them damn people. I bet she didn't tell Candy and the rest of them people, you don't need to be called off work during their pregnancy if they came in there with some damn problems. But the ones who ain't got a coin to pay you in cash, they need to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they're in fact in pain. And you a black doctor saying this fucking shit. Right? Why I got so much smoke? Okay, so I'm gonna share something with y'all. And I shared this with the producers of Married to Medicine when I was on the show. My aunt Dee Dee died in childbirth. Her daughter survived. I'm so thankful her dad is gonna let her spend Christmas at my house, at our house this year. January 9th is the day that my aunt died and my little cousin's birthday. And my aunt went to her doctor, who's a black woman, and said she was having headaches and having pains, and she didn't believe my aunt. She didn't believe her. She didn't believe her. And I remember January 8th like it was yesterday. And there's so many things I wish that I had done differently. My aunt wasn't feeling well. We had a funeral in our family the next day, and I said, I better not see you. You better not be at that funeral. I better not hear that you went to that funeral. You need to stay in bed and rest. And she had gone to the doctor on January 8th, and they sent her home, and her blood pressure was through the roof. The next morning, her husband took her to the emergency room, and my aunt had a stroke. They took the baby, and she died. All because her doctor thought she wasn't really in pain. Stupid shit like the elder OBGYN just said kills people. It really does. It also puts this burden on black women that we can't be human. That we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel all the time, even while bringing life into this world. And that's just not fair. You think if a black woman doctor thinks that folk that don't look like us don't think that? When y'all gonna call her on shit? Forget me. I know some of y'all don't like me. You don't care. You won't believe the lies they said that I want a storyline. I didn't need a storyline. I was a friend. I was not full cast, even though I was full cast, because the motherfuckers saw who I am and used me for almost every goddamn episode. I didn't need a storyline. I was supposed to show up and be cute. That was it. I was supposed to be just Simone's friend. Not the whole season. And I was. Whatever y'all want to say. It's the motherfucking facts. That this woman chose to treat me the way she did because she didn't have no motherfucking storyline. Catch. Okay? And she's an OBGYN. Somebody, and forget HIPAA, all y'all in that HIPAA shit. You have basic human decency, supposed to. You have professional and ethical basics not to do the shit that this woman does. And Heavenly tried to help. The dentist tried to help you. She was like, I don't know who you talking about. The dentist wasn't getting caught up in that. She's smart. Y'all don't be catching. I've always said, I don't fuck with Heavenly, but I have always said, the bitch is smart. She ain't stupid. But when you are a narcissist and you think you Jesus of Jackie or Jackie of Marietta, you don't watch the evil that spew out your mouth. Sometimes it slip out. Like it slipped out when she was dealing with me, who she was very much intimidated by. Because when evil is around something you've been pretending to be nice, inherently kind like I am, it can't settle. Now I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all stuff together and get Bravo to get her off. She don't need to be that. Y'all should have had Dr. Simone do that. I don't even mess with Simone, but Simone has an excellent bedside manner. I bet she take Medicaid. I bet she does not put up a fuss when people that look like us say they're in pain while they are bringing life into the world, I bet she don't have no problems with writing a letter to let women call off work so they can sit on bed rest and nurture and bring a black child into this world. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, so y'all heard Buffy, and let me say this, y'all. That lady have every right to feel the way that she feel. That lady have receipts to back up that basically Dr. Jackie ain't shit, and I'm with her. Simone I said that on my review. Simone should have been the one who had that interview, because at least Simone would challenge the status quo. See, Dr. Jackie is one of them D9 members who just fall in line because she don't want to make nobody mad. She just one of them girls. She's one of them magazine doctors. You know, like, oh, and I'm not taking nothing away from her practice, but what I'm saying is your best interest is not at heart when it comes to Dr. Jackie, in my opinion, as to what's going on and what's most important. Obvious, it's the cameras, it's speaking of Scamala, it's all of this stuff, but it's not you and your best interest. For her to get up there at an event and say that this woman, Buffy, is infertile was not her place, and as a woman, let alone a physician, she should know that that was 1,000,000,000% wrong. But Jackie don't like being called down to the red carpet. Now, because of that, a lot of women got mad when I dragged her and cussed her ass out down here on my live yesterday. Check it out, did go live yesterday. But yeah, they got mad because I cussed her ass out and said she basically playing in black women's face when she know the real reason black women is unalive. And a couple of y'all had something to say about it. And guess what? If you feel played, bust ahead. I don't care. I said what I said. Dr. Jackie don't mean nobody no good if you ask me, in my opinion. She ain't worth 2 nickels rubbed together. Now, y'all can fan out over this woman simply because y'all like her on the show, even though she probably will never see you as a patient. Can we talk? Y'all can fan out over her all you want, but let me tell you something. Dr. Jackie is a bullshit bitch. I said it yesterday. I'm going to repeat it today. She's a bullshit bitch, and this is the age of Aquarius. I hope the veil is lifted up over her head, and I don't want nobody dropping down in my comments talking about, you just trying to tear down black women. I'm talking for the 69.9 black women per 100,000 that can't speak for themselves. And if that's what y'all call tearing down black women, bitch, call me Oscar the Grouch the garbage man, okay? Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Dr. Jackie, you ain't shit. Say what I said, bitch. And I hope everybody see you really ain't shit. And Dr. Simone know you ain't shit. That's probably why y'all ain't friends no more, okay? Anywho, drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Black women, do your research. Get you a doula, get you a midwife, somebody away from the doggone hospital that's trained and professional, and get away from these hospitals. Because just because they black don't mean they for you.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.